watching Moms Matter. I'm your host, Shirin Yadigar at Focus TV Network. And today we have Sophia Dickens, creator of Q Wunder, the only emotional intelligence platform for our children today. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
I am so excited to have you. So Sophia and I are friends outside of this realm, and we share a commonality of being a mother to 4 children each. You just had your 4th. It's amazing.
Did.
And meanwhile, you created this incredible emotional intelligence warehouse where you have an app that my kids love, the music that we listen to in the car, and the game board that we play all the time. How did you come up with this incredible idea of having to teach emotional intelligence to kids?
Well, first of all, I love that we have to come on a show to actually get a chance to talk to each other, because life is so crazy when you're a mom.
Yes.
You're just all over the place, and we don't get together with our friends. But the genesis of Q Wunder is that, like you said, I'm a mom of 4 kids. When I was a student at Harvard, I was studying social and emotional skills. Daniel Goleman, who's kind of the father of emotional intelligence, came out with a book showing that there are about 40 years of data that show that these are the most important skills to life success. And I think intuitively, as moms, we know that. We've spent about 150 years talking about academics like they're the key to everything, when in fact it's all about social and emotional skills. We recognize that it's about whether our kids can focus in school, whether they have impulse control, they can control their emotions and their feelings, whether they're able to navigate social scenarios, and whether they can show empathy to other people. So there's all this incredible data, but as a mom, I was looking for tools to teach my own kids. I thought, if this is the most important thing, I don't want my kids leaving the house at 18 just having memorized a bunch of facts. I want them to be emotionally healthy and well-rounded. I want them to be socially competent and socially aware. And so there was nothing out there. So I spent several years just diving into all this incredible research from amazing experts, really the best of the best, and I translated it into fun and entertainment for moms, dads, teachers, and kids. So now we have the Q Wunder app, we have the Q Wunder show that has celebrity guests on each episode, and we teach kids about focus, patience, impulse control, and kids are practicing it because it's a really fun, interactive show.
I mean, it really is incredible. I have to say, like, this game board is what we play at home with our kids, and the scenarios you've created, like, what do you do when you're waiting for the slide and somebody goes and cuts you in front? How does that make you feel, and how do you resolve the solution? Well, these are really life skills that you're teaching these young kids at 3, 4, 5 years old, that they grow up and they really take, or eye contact, your song. I'm like, I have it in my car, my minivan, I'm driving around, and Sophia, you're singing your song.
Oh no, it won't get out of your head, right?
I love it.
Well, that was the big thing for me, because my kids like Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. I didn't want to listen to annoying kids music, so we made pop music that moms can enjoy too, and it's also reinforcing what they're learning on the show. So my kids are walking around the house singing Go With The Flow or Real Stars Let All the Stars Shine, and they'll quote my songs back to me and to each other and say, you know what, it's not okay for you to do that. Real stars let all the stars shine. And so it's kind of nice to be able to give them the vocabulary they need in order to grow as people.
No, it's true. I mean, I really don't like my kids using the iPad, but I let them use it because of your app. And I mean, honestly, they go on and they're playing there, and when they walk away after they're playing, they feel good. They're like uplifted. They're not in like this weird like zombie zone that you get into if you're playing other games. You've changed the landscape, I think, for parenting, because you've created an alternative to really positive game boards that these kids can play and apps that they can engage in that are really making them better. I mean, I just read in a study that empathy is the one thing that's really lacking in this generation.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I think you're really hitting on something with the fact that our kids, when they're watching something passively, they really do turn into zombies. I feel like my kids turn into jerks when they watch TV. I'm like, what just happened to you? But with Q Wunder, you're not passively watching, you're actually interacting, and it kind of triggers a different part of the brain. So all of a sudden you are part of the learning and the engagement and the interaction. And there's lots of times during the show when you have to jump up and do a physical activity, a balance or coordination drill to help with your impulse control. And then the kids kind of they just become more immersed. But when you're talking about empathy, I think that's critical. You know, we don't expect our kids to ace a calculus test without practice. Yet we kind of expect them to make mature decisions and to understand what it's like to put themselves in someone else's shoes. When that doesn't come naturally, you really have to teach a child that, and you have to practice and model it and reiterate it. And so that's why we have episodes about empathy. it's something that you really need to work on every day. I do.
Yeah, of course. It's so important. I think it changes the conversation at home. Once your kids are exposed to Q Wonder and all the different platforms, the conversation at the dinner table changes. And it's more about what good did you do today rather than how did you do on that exam or how did that test go? Or it's more like, oh, did you do something to help someone or did you overcome a challenge? It really changes the whole conversation at home. I'm so thankful to you for that.
And conversing with your girls, by the way, is amazing. I can tell that you're a mom that really talks to your girls a lot. Like there's a lot of great engagement. They really look you in the eye. They have a lot of interesting things to say. So this is really for moms like you who are already doing the right thing, but just need some more tools in order to hone in on those skills that we all know matter more than academics.
Well, I'm just excited that you're now exposing, you were telling me how many schools for this educational platform that you're creating?
We are going into about 50,000 classrooms by next year. So we now have a curriculum called Q Wunder. So for the moms at home, they want to talk to their principal about it and see if that's something that they can incorporate in their school. It's pre-K to 4th grade.
Amazing.
So the kids are watching the episodes and they're doing all the activities and kind of getting to know Q Wunder, the genius monkey who needs to learn about social skills and impulse control.
I love it. Okay, can you tell our moms who are watching where they can download, what it is, how they can get more information?
Absolutely. You can just get the Q Wunder app on the App Store.
Okay.
It's WUNDER, Q Wunder.
Okay.
And then we have the pop music on there. We've got a whole parents portal that has a podcast for parents. I mean, I interview lots of interesting celebrities, change makers, forward-thinking futurists. Larry King's on there talking about his role as a dad. So lots of great resources for parents too. And then there's also a way to measure your child's progress. And you just type in a little bit of info about your child, answer a few questions, and all of a sudden we've customized a curriculum for your child. Okay, this child needs to work on patience and impulse control. This child needs to work on his empathy and some of his friendship skills. And so you put them on a custom pathway and they're just having fun. They don't even realize that they're learning.
That's amazing. Sophia, thank you for creating this incredible platform that's really changing our lives and changing the way children behave in the future and making this world a better place.
Thanks. Thanks for being such an amazing, just mom ambassador to us. It's been great.
We love you. We love what you're doing. You saw it right here on Moms Matter. Make sure to check out Q Wunder. All the links are below. And go home and take this test and follow up on the progress and find out what it is that your kids need and help them through this difficult time of growing up in a world that's dominated by IQ rather than EQ. And we'll see you guys next time.